Happy Monday. Another week. Ready to embrace it? I guess I am. I hope that you are too. Let me share a little bit about my last week. I know I did a video last week and I really talked about some things that the Lord's doing in my life. And He still is. Well, last week was a little different. I spent pretty much 3 days by myself. Toward the end of the week, Nat was gone. My husband Nat was gone for a few days at a camp out. My son, the youngest son that lives with us, was away in Arizona in a wedding. And so anyway, left me alone in this big house all by myself. And typically, I will say typically, I love to be alone and for a few days. And you know, I had these big plans of getting a lot of things done and getting ahead of schedule on some things for the church, and I didn't get any of it done. I did clean a little bit, but bottom line was I kind of struggled with being alone. I'm not quite sure why, because usually I don't struggle with that, but it was interesting. I went through some things that I'd never really felt or experienced before, and looking back now, and everybody's back in the house now, so things are back to normal, but looking back now, I think I'm starting to understand some of it. Now, going into this year, the Lord's really been impressing on me to pull back from a lot of things, from all of the distractions in my life. And He's been encouraging me to just go deeper in His Word, deeper in my prayer time, deeper in my relationship with Him. And just the week before that, He had really encouraged me to, not just encouraged me, He told me to get off Facebook and all of the scrolling. And so I did. And I think that probably played into why I struggled with being alone in the quietness for a few days, because I'm going to say me, I fill my life sometimes with looking into everybody else's life. You know, we scroll, we go through social media, we get to a glimpse of everyone else's life, good and bad, ugly and pretty. More so lately of the ugly. And I don't know about you, but those things kind of overwhelm me. When I know what's going on in everybody else's life, especially if it's not good, if they're struggling, they're, got drama in their own life, or they just constantly put out their negative opinion. It just is too much for me to handle. And honestly, I think it's too much for everyone to handle. And that's why so many people are discouraged and depressed and overwhelmed and angry and, bad attitudes and lashing out. I think we all need to hear the same word. I think the Lord's speaking the same word to all of us, that we all need to back away and be quiet for a little while. And when we do that, at least in my case, I didn't even know what to do with that quietness. Because I usually, any quiet time, we fill with our phone. Just to be honest, we do. We fill with our phone or our computer or our TV. And so when it's quiet, it's uncomfortable. And we start experiencing some feelings that we just don't know what to do with. I mean, I almost felt depressed, and I'm not the type of person that gets depressed. That's just not something that I struggle with. And so I was having a hard time. And so this morning, one of the scriptures that the Lord laid on my heart is 1 Thessalonians 4, verse 11, I believe it is. And in the New Living Translation, it just says this: make it your goal to lead a quiet life and mind your own business. Yes, the Bible said that our goal in life should be to lead a quiet life and mind our own business. I'm learning the hard way. that, you know what, everybody else's life is not my business. I have enough trouble with my own life. And so the Lord's teaching me those things. And I think that if we would all learn that we would have a more peaceful, joyful life and not worry about everything else that's going on. The Lord, He's present in my life individually and your life, and He wants to bless you, and He wants to give you favor, and He wants to walk with you and talk with you. And when we stick our nose in everybody else's business and don't lead a quiet life, then God doesn't have the opportunity to speak to us and to lead us and to guide us. So take that little bit of word today and do what you will with it. I'm learning, and I hope you do too. So happy Monday. Have a great one, and have a great week, and we